Good morning. This morning I'm going to cover some string manipulation for course COS1511. I've had a question about asking how do you use the last part of the exam paper that involves string manipulation. And so what I've done is, on the left hand side there's an appendix E at the back of the book. It's 375 of the actual book, but in the PDF it's 385, and there you can see it starts talking about member functions of the string class, and it says that the following member functions are provided with the string class to manipulate the values of string objects. So in the first one, you can see that it talks about accessor functions, and then the accessor functions has a return type of int, data type, and then it will return size. So if you run size against a string, it will return the length of the string. And here it says that returns the size, that is the length of a string. So what you'll see is on the right hand side here, I've obviously added the required includes. I've also using the standard namespace, and this was an example of a function that they put in the exam paper for 2009, question 6. I haven't created this function as such because I think people get concerned when it's a function. So I've just used a basic int main so that you can see what the lecturer is actually showing on this summary sheet of appendix E. So in this first example, we've got a string named the string, and then it equals, and I've put the copy of what they had in 2009. Basically, a string will count this size, or the length accessor function will count each character that is in the string, and it will include the spaces, it will include the commas, and it will include the full stops. So if you have a look at this, you'd have to go and count each one of these: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. Now this size function and the length function would also return that information to you. So this is what I've done over here, is I've gone and I've said there's return the length of it and return the size of it. And in my text I've said the length of the string is, and it'll show you the length size, and the size of the string is, and it'll show you the size. So these are basically exactly the same functions, and it'll return an integer data type with the size of this string. I've added two strings here. The reason being is I want you to understand that the find functions and the rest of them, substrings and that, can be split up in various ways. And so I've set two examples up here. If you take away all these spaces, generally I know in Excel you use trim, and it would remove all the spaces, and then it would count only the number of characters that are in the word without the spaces. But for this exercise we're going to just include the spaces. Over here it's also got a second accessor function called string, substring, and then it returns two integer values, or you passing it two integer values. So now over here you can see I've put string, substring, and I've said it must start from character 5, and it must take the next 15 characters and return the results of that. So you'll see some interesting results coming out for these two strings. So on this one it basically says returns a substring of a string object. The first parameter specifies the starting position, the position from which the substring should be copied, and the second parameter specifies how long the substring should be. how many characters should be copied. The second parameter may be omitted, in which case a substring consisting of all the characters from the starting position specified by the first and only parameter to the end of the string are returned. Okay, so basically what it's saying there is, even if we ignore this part of the function, it would automatically use this as the starting point and would just copy till the end of the string. Okay, in the next one it says int find. So this is also a data type of int. I forgot to tell you, this is a data type of string that's returned here, and this is a data type of int find. And then it's saying there you've got to put in your string and your integer value. So what I've done is I've just said string find, and it's just put the string value. I haven't put an integer value. So as you can see here, it says returns the position of a string specified in the first parameter within a string object. The second parameter is optional and can be used to specify where the search has to commence. If omitted, the search commences at the beginning of the string object. If the string being sought is not found, -1 is returned. Okay, so -1 is the same as return 0, which would mean it's not found. So in these two instances, I've got the letters he on them, and you can see here this first one will return from the first character up over here till the end character, most probably starting with before when, and then this other substring here will actually classify from here. It will also go he saw the hen. So you should see that showing up based on these parameters that are passed here. So now I'm going to show you how the code executes. As you can see, this is the snippet of code. My first one was asking for a length, and there it says the length of the string is 55. As you can see, even the size of the string is 55, and that's what I've requested in this line. So you're getting the same results, which you know is correct. It says the first instance of HE is located in character 1. The reason being is that whenever C++ starts counting, it starts counting from 0. So this would have been 0 and then 1. Okay, and then there you can see the use of my position. He saw the hen was from character 5. So it went he saw the hen, and then it went all the way up to after the comma. Okay, and then for my second string, you can see I've used this string as a parameter and the string 2 as another parameter, and you'll see the string appearing for this first string set and string 2 appearing for the second string set. You'll see there it's got a length of only 46, and the same as the size, that both match each other. And then over here it's telling me that the first character of HE is over here, which is at position 15. And then you can see what happens if I extract the first few characters, which would be the first 15. I do not know when. Okay, and that is I do not know. That's what the first 15 characters are. Alright, I hope that this has helped with a little bit with string manipulation. I more than likely will work on a couple of the exam papers so that you can get some further clarity on using the functions that they want you to use. But I think that these functions are what is key for the basics of understanding how string manipulation works. So I hope that this has been helpful and that it will be informative and help you remember string manipulation in the future. Thank you for watching. Good luck with the exams, and goodbye.